No, I hate to go live, but
so here I go. Let me talk my shit. Yeah. Let me talk my shit. They talking that shit. That's a double dose. Andale, vámonos. They lucky I did not pull up with the check, but they wanna hear it, so here I go. Let me talk my shit. Yeah. Let me talk my shit. Things like this, it don't happen often. I get around my partner with shit talking. Spitting it, cussing, it happen often. Having deep conversations about what we lost in. Shot after shot, this conversation getting hot. That double dose showed me a lot. Then check it, show me not to move around. It's the law of the land, and you know, gotta lay it down. We talk about this, we talk about that. You send it through email, we put it on wax. When you enter this room, need to listen closely. We shit.
What's up? This your boy Chucky.
Double dose.
And it's our special guest, Mind Matters. Mr. Mind Matters.
Mind Matters.
Mr. Mind Matters, we hear music.
Mind Matters.
I don't know what that was.
You trying to say
all intro going on? He got his own intro going on.
I'm for real. Hold on now. Wait a minute. We the stars of this show, sir.
He got his own. You see his own little intro over there on his own little side. I was like, oh, what we doing? I didn't know how that was gonna go.
I don't know. That sounded like music to me.
Sound like who?
Mood music.
It did sound like mood music. Almost got me into the whole jacking off spirit. I was like, oh my God,
you always
it might be
doing a night. You know, I always want to touch myself. You know, I always want to touch myself. I always want to touch myself.
You do too. For you not to like to be touched, you touch yourself a lot.
I do have an issue with that. It is
a lot. You know what I love about it, Chucky? You have a lot of self-love to give.
I do. I love myself. I love myself so much.
You ain't gonna love nobody will love you better than you'll love yourself.
I love it.
Mind Matters. Why are you dark? What's going on?
I don't know.
See, if I would have brought it up, Chucky would have had some shit to say. Anytime I bring up anything going wrong with tech stuff, Chucky got some shit to say. That's why I ain't saying that.
I do.
Hold on, let's see what's up. Wait a minute.
All right, so we're gonna start this podcast out with this is gonna be the last podcast y'all see me drinking. I'm drinking tonight. I'm drinking Fireball and something else to stop with Starburst. But this is gonna be the last podcast y'all see with me drinking, and I do apologize, but I have realized that I have a problem. And the best way for me to work on that problem is to stop drinking. I know it takes a lot for people to come up with this and everything else like that. And tonight, I'm just letting y'all know I am drunk as fuck right now. But this is gonna be the last night y'all see me drinking.
And that's why we love you.
As I take a sip.
We love you and we support you, Chucky. We love you.
I am a fun drunk, but I have realized that I'm a functionally alcoholic. So I need to stop. Mainly for me and for my own personal health, and only because honestly, drinking has been fun. Drinking is something I have done for years. It absolutely has. Haven't had any issues with it. Never had like pulled over DUIs or anything like that. But in order for me to be a better parent and a better person, drinking is something I need to stop. So you haven't drunk since December 26th? December 28th, sorry. See, my plan was stopping the new year. It didn't work out that well.
Good for you.
It didn't. But I believe that now in my old ass age, I need to calm some shit down. And I need to change some things. So drinking is one of those things that I'm gonna stop, and drinking is one of those things that I'm gonna change. So I am going to say that this is the last podcast that y'all will see with me drinking or anything like that, because tomorrow, granted I'm drinking right now, but tomorrow I go to AA. It's my first AA meeting ever. It really, really is. But I realize that it's something that I need, because I realize I drink every single day, all throughout the day. Shit, I drink through the work day. I work at home. I drink all day, every day. It is not good. It ain't. And like how other people pick up blunts and they smoke and everything else like that. That's how I drink. And the thing is that I be cool. I be breezy going through this shit. I really, really do. But the thing is that I realized that in order for me to be a better parent and a better person and a better person for you all on this podcast, me slowing down with drinking is something that I need to do. It always starts with progress. It does. It always starts in one step. It does.
Yep. And like I said, I just want to let you know that you have my support and
I
my
do.
encouragement.
But
and
as y'all hear me swirl this glass, this is my last drink, and I'm gonna enjoy this shit right the fucking tonight. All right.
I'm gonna drink my little drink with you, Chucky.
Tonight's podcast is Love Ain't. When I came up with this title, no lie at all, I listened to a country music song earlier today, and I was like, shit, that shit is great. The name of it is Love Ain't. I can't remember the name, I can't remember who it's by. But the entire song literally told you everything exactly love is not supposed to be. But the thing is that what we think it should be. And that's the reason why I believe that tonight's podcast, Love Ain't, and this title right here is something that we absolutely needed. I do. We sit here and we watch all these people on social media and everything else like that, and we think, oh, this is what love should be. I should be out here for your birthday buying you cars and everything else like that. This is what relationship should be. But the thing is, it ain't. You got, who is it? Jeepers Creepers, no, Bill Cosby's sister and Charles.
Miss Netta and Charles. Stop being
Miss Netta and Charles.
They out there paying people to show up for them.
But I knew they were paying people to show up for them. Like, come on,
I didn't know they were paying people to show up to them until tonight. And y'all see, we got other shit talk shirts too.
I like those. I love it.
Keep your titties still, honey.
I knew something had to be up with them, because even when they came to Jacksonville, it was like, who went to see you?
One of my cousins went. It was too, like, she recorded a video. I was like, ain't nobody there.
And you said that the last time we talked, Chucky, that nobody's going to show up.
No. But the thing is that all these people out here showing you was what love not supposed to be. And I feel as though we moving backwards into that whole Betty Wright syndrome. You know, when the whole neighborhood, when her songs, the whole neighborhood used to try to get you back together after your husband cheated on you, after he done beat your ass and everything else like that. And the whole relationship, the whole neighborhood trying to get you back together. I feel as though that's what we're moving back to slowly. I'm gonna say slowly, because people.
I think
was that our generation?
It had a lot to do with and I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it just had a lot to do with the pandemic and making people kind of hibernate together, if you will, and which is why I think a lot of people are moving back to that. Maybe this ain't so bad and all this other stuff type of situation. So that's why
I thought it would have been the opposite.
You would have thought, but
I don't have the same mindset as that, because the only reason is because you have people out here literally fighting to hold on to relationships, and they getting cheated on. Literally, they got kids with people, and people ain't even, like, literally, they'll tell you, hey, come get your kids, and they kids and everything else like that. And it's just like, I feel as though people are moving back to being comfortable. Like, you want to be somewhere where you're comfortable, where somebody's chipping in on bills and all that stuff like that or whatever. And you make it so that everything else, how to put it, everything else in the whole relationship aspect that you're lacking, you're trying to put that in yourself, and you can't do that. You can't do everything yourself in a relationship. It takes two. And that's why
I could be honest and say, I think I was like that in my earlier years. codependent. You know what I'm saying? Like you wanted somebody around just to have somebody around. And you will put up with anything just to have them around you.
You put up with everything.
Yeah.
Just to have them around you. But the thing is that ain't love. That ain't. And then the thing is that everybody has that mindset of, okay, I want to be married and I want to be all these things, whatever. Marriage is not what you think it's cracked up to be. It ain't. You get tired of seeing the same person every day. You get tired of having the same argument every day and everything else like that. Marriage takes work. And that's the thing that nobody's taught and that nobody's communicated.
But see,
that
I think it depends on where you are, because not that I disagree with you. Because in my line of view, I'm seeing all the happy marriages, right? I'm seeing. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm seeing the and I'm a heterosexual female, so I'm seeing the women post about their hood, and I know Chucky. I already knew what he was gonna say. I'm seeing them talk about, happy wife, happy life, marriage is lit over here, sis, and all this other stuff. But, of course, nobody's gonna talk about, my husband pissed me off, my husband cheated on me. Nobody's gonna talk about that stuff. But
ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Ain't nobody gonna talk about how you get pissed off. Ain't nobody gonna talk about how they get pissed off. Hold on one second. Ain't nobody gonna talk about how they get pissed off because their husband jacking off in the shower to somebody else other than them. Nobody's gonna talk about that.
Nobody's gonna talk about that. But this is what I'm saying. In my line of view, all I'm seeing, and just listen to me. All I'm seeing is happy, happy stuff. The Valentine's Day, we just had Valentine's Day. The Valentine's Day post, I'm seeing the, just whatever. I'm just seeing all the happy love posts. I just saw a couple weddings today where weddings happen over this weekend. Like, and you got to think about how this is being shown to somebody who is unhappily being single. So somebody seeing this, in their view, is I gotta have that so I can be happy because this is what I want. It's literally being pushed.
I have two. I'm only gonna say this because I'm drunk. And granted, they may cuss me out later. And granted, that may just be it. I have two Facebook friends that literally they post everything when how in love they are, how much they miss each other at work, how much they miss each other when other one ain't home, the dinners they cook, and everything else like that. But the thing is, you don't know all the struggles and everything that all the things they had to crawl through to get there. And the thing is that they just posting those happy moments. They can be shit. I've been pissed off at my spouse. And literally. No, that ain't true because I don't post anything about my spouse. So let me change that. No, like literally, like you don't know exactly what they did in order to get there. You don't know what's going on in their lives secretly behind that.
That's not the point. That who cares? When you're dealing with somebody who is unhappily single, it doesn't matter.
They want that.
It's almost like a drug addiction to if you will. It's like I gotta have it because I have not had that experience yet. So you can't tell me, it's not. It's just like telling a 16-year-old that's getting ready to drive that is excited about driving. Oh, you won't be excited about it once you get done. Once you actually get driving, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. But it's that adrenaline, right. It's that interest that built. It's like it's the that unknown. It's
but
that
the thing is,
like you said it brought about the driving. They're taking a test so that they'll know what to, expect on the road. They got to learn how to yield. They got to learn to yield to certain traffic. They have to stop at the stoplight. You have to, but social media relationship is showing you what, like you said, what you want to see and what you desire. That's what they're showing you. But how many times do we see that people are posting all these pictures and in 3 months, 3 to 6 months, they switched up. You can see looking at the profile has shifted and changed within 6 months.
We had Rayshonda and LaShonda. Let's talk about them on TikTok. We had them.
Right.
We thought they were a perfect, happy relationship.
Exactly.
And then come we find out, Rayshonda finds out that her woman literally been asking everybody for money, literally taking shit from her people and everything else like that behind her back. And then you realize, okay, this right here ain't love. It ain't. But my thing is that I think about is that for me, I've been married before. And with being married before, my marriage ended because I wanted a child and he didn't. And the thing is that I think about is, okay, what about if I didn't have a child? Would I still be happy? Would I still do those things? Would I still have that same exact mindset? Would I still have that same exact mindset of being happy and joyous as the person that I am today? And the thing is, sadly, is I don't think so. Because the thing is, if I would not have left him and I stayed with him and I decided, okay, we're not going to have children, that would not have been my life. I've wanted children ever since I was 7. Literally, I have had dreams of sitting down at the table with 21 children, sitting down for Thanksgiving dinner and me serving everybody. That is literally where I am. But the thing is that people put off what they want and everything else like that because you think, oh, this is a version of happiness. But the thing is that somebody else's version of happiness does not have to match your own. You don't have to be on the same page as somebody else. And then the thing is that that's not love. Because if that person's not on the same page that you're on, I'm just letting you know that ain't love. That ain't anything. That's just something you're trying to put together when it's not even meant to be together. But I mean, that's my mindset on that. Honestly, I'm trying to find the right color.
I think my thought pattern may be different when I think about that because I'm not going to expect from you what I don't expect from myself. Right? So I'm saying, hey, if I'm expecting for someone to be loyal, that means I'm going to be loyal to me. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be honest with me. And a lot of times people are not honest with themselves. Mm-hmm. So if you're not honest with yourself, you cannot expect for the individual that you're with to be honest.
No.
You're only going to attract to yourself what it is that you do to yourself. So if I'm not offering that to me, if I'm not loving me, and I don't know how to love me, and like you said earlier, I don't know how to touch myself, then I put that expectation on nobody else.
But the thing is that that's not how people think. Because people get in relationships not knowing how to please themselves, not knowing exactly what makes them happy. Don't know how to date themselves. Don't know how to do anything exactly with themselves. And you end up getting whole ass relationships, thinking it's gonna lead to happiness. But the thing is that you can't look at somebody else to fulfill your happiness. I'm not even gonna lie. This is me, and I'm being completely raw and truthful. This is my second marriage, and the thing is that it took me up until a while, probably a couple of years ago, to realize being faithful in a relationship and everything else like that is something that you do when you absolutely love somebody. I didn't realize that before.
Do you think we have false pretense when we go into relationships though? Like,
yes,
we build this, you know what I'm saying? We build this facade.
Yes.
Like, I got it all together, and then when you get into it, the person realizes, oh, you're not really what it is that you said. Made me to believe that you were. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. I have to be all of those things for myself first.
But the thing is, people don't know how to be those things for yourself first. Yeah. The thing is that if we're not helping them trying to find out how to find out who they are first before they end up in these relationships. Because the thing is that you get in all these things, you realize this is not what love is. Love is not this man buying you a car. This love is not this man doing all these things and showing you all these things, showing you off on social media and everything else like that. That ain't love. It's not.
Hold on, wait a minute, because everybody's definition of love is different. Maybe in another person's perspective of love, yes, showing me to the world to let the world know that I am yours and you are mine. That is that you hold on. You
is that a language?
No.
Hold on, no.
No,
when
no,
people show you off like that.
No. Everybody's view of love is different.
When people show you off like that, I'm just letting you know they're only doing it. They're only doing it to make you feel better, and they're cheating on you behind closed doors. That's the only.
Why is it that? Hold on, wait a minute. Now that's where it makes it not right. So, what as far as what you're saying, because what you're saying is that just because like somebody just can't show off their partner just because.
I mean,
oh Lord, I'ma tell you from somebody that used to do it. Hold up. No. You pause. Let me finish.
Everybody's view of love is different. Just because your view is one way, that doesn't make it the absolute way.
You paused. So let me finish.
Say what you're gonna say. Come on.
The thing is that when somebody feel as though they need to do everything to show everybody else around how important you are to them, I'm just letting you know firsthand, because I was that motherfucker. I done bought cars. I done bought cars, filled them with balloons. I done did all that shit. I'm not done. Double dose. I'm not done. I know I'm not missing what you're saying at all. What I'm saying is I did all that shit and still was motherfucking cheating. I'm just letting you know I was doing it.
But is that your love language though? Is that part of your love language?
That's everybody else's.
No, I didn't say that's everybody else's. I didn't say that's everybody else's at all.
That's what you're saying. If somebody's
95% of them, yes.
Okay. Anyway, now you putting a percentage on it.
Yes, I did. I put a whole damn percentage on it. Because the thing is that if you're doing all these extra things, you're doing all these extra things for a reason. You're trying to validate and prove a point to someone. You're trying to validate and prove a point.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're trying to validate and prove. Damn it. You're trying to prove a point.
Well, I feel like with that, now, I'll say with that, now, being in a relationship, I've been in with my partner for 18 years, right? Going on 19. Yeah, 18 years going on 19. 19, okay?
Lord.
And there is an expectation that they have for me, right? Because they're giving me something. They're showing me and demonstrating to me their love language, how they love me, right? So, and they have an expectation of me to offer that back to them. And they don't ask for much. All they just want is time.
Love languages change.
Well, I mean, but is it in every relationship the same? Because it's not. Like those are saying, it's not the same for everybody. Some people require more, and then there are some people who don't require a lot. I don't require a lot because I'm a homebody. You know me well enough to know I'm always at home. But that could pose a problem to someone like my partner, my husband. It's like, no, I like to get out. I like to go places. Even if it's something that we're discovering together, or it's something that he wants to see. I had to learn that, and I'm still learning that. But do you consider that to be a compromise?
Yeah, that is a compromise. That is a big compromise. But the thing is, okay, just be honest, completely truthful. Your 18 years of your relationship, just being truthful, have y'all had infidelities?
Yes.
In your 18 years of your relationship, how many times did it take? How many times did you not trust your partner of what they were doing?
Say that. Ask the question one more time because I didn't hear that.
How many times did you not trust your partner of what they were doing?
Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
18 years of relationship. You're being a homebody. They know your steady schedule. They know what the things that you're going to do. They know the things that you're going to do. How many times did your partner not be? I'm not even going to say your partner. How many times did each one of you not be able to be faithful to each other? Because the thing is that 18 years relationship, it takes a lot of stuff. It takes trials, tribulations, and everything else like that. That's the thing that nobody realizes what a relationship is. No matter friendship, no matter partnership, no matter marriage, no matter any type of relationship it is.
It takes work.
At the end of the day, me and Double Dose have went through our quarrels. We have. We don't stop talking. We don't stop talking. We don't stop talking for a couple of days. She better not stop talking to me for a couple of months because I tell all her damn secrets.
The longest time me and Chucky went without like angrily speaking to each other is 2 weeks. And then even then,
no. When I moved to Cleveland, Ohio, we went for 2 years without speaking.
I said angrily.
But the reason why I'm saying it is that those 2 years that we did not speak, it wasn't that we became distant on anything like that. It wasn't anything that made that happen. It was just like I was in college, she was in college, and she was with a whole gay man. So the thing is that it just
we're gonna have to have a private conversation about that. Because why do you keep doing it? I don't like that, honey. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, I won't.
Cause you ain't even had to bring that up. You just wanted to bring that up, you asshole.
I just like to bring it up. I like to bring it up because it's so damn funny. Hold on. I want to
air out your business.
Just air my
hold
out.
up. Listen.
Everybody don't need to know that.
Hold up. Only reason why it's funny. Only reason why it's funny to me, because Double Dose gave me this list of rules long time ago of things that she would never do. Things that she would never do. She gave me a whole list of things she would never do.
Time out. First of all, in my defense, I was a virgin giving out these rules. I was a complete virgin.
She was a complete virgin. I was a hoe.
My partner at the time, he was my first.
Yeah,
so of course I had, just like the analogy I used about the new driver, I had all these expectations and rules and things that I wouldn't do till I started fucking, and then all that list went out the window.
When I said
the flower was open.
That shit was so damn funny. Because me and her reconnected again when I came back to Jacksonville, Florida, and we reconnected again. And she told me all the stuff she was doing. I was like, "You said you wouldn't do that, girl. Girl, what you doing?" But this is the reason why it cracks me up. But anyway, it goes. She can bring up Voldemort. That's perfectly fine because Voldemort was my weakness. Voldemort. No, I'm bringing it up for me because it's a relationship and what love ain't.
What I was talking.
We all had those ones.
All I was saying was, it's just that the longest time that we went out without angrily speaking was just 2 weeks. That was it.
We didn't go 2 weeks. We didn't go 2 weeks. You went 2 weeks. I didn't go 2 weeks. I was calling you, leaving voicemails, and your ass didn't answer. You went 2 weeks. I didn't go 2 damn goddamn motherfucking weeks. Don't do that. I didn't go 2 weeks at all. I called you on the regular, and your ass was so pissed off you didn't want to answer my phone call.
I don't even remember what we was fighting about.
Oh, you want to remember what we was talking about? Because I remember exactly what we was talking about.
What were we fighting about? I really don't.
That conversation I just brought up. I told
we don't want another 2 weeks. Let's move on to the next.
You don't have to say that. We can. That's a private conversation.
I'm finna talk about Voldemort. We're finna get completely raw because I'm finna literally talk about Voldemort. And you know. And I would give his whole initials EW.
Hold on. The only reason why I keep saying not to bring that, first of all, the person in question has never fully and openly come out of the closet, and that's not right to out them, especially if they're not ready for that.
That's what we talking about.
That's they may not be ready to come out of the closet. Don't do that.
Either way it goes. At the same time, we're gonna go back to what love ain't. I was literally talking to somebody named Voldemort. His initials is EW. If you ever cross him on anything at all, and you think he gives you his first and last name and it start with EW, I'm just letting you know, run your ass the motherfucking away. When I say run your ass away, the motherfucker crazy as hell. Showed up at my job, flattened my tires, tried to steal my child. Motherfucker insane. And they never have a place on his own. They gonna make it seem like they got a house. They ain't got no house. They live on their truck. I'm just letting you know. All that. I'm just letting you know. But if you cross that one and their initials is EW, run. In Jacksonville, Florida, run like a motherfucker. But
I don't have that expectation to run into him. So
I had when I got with him, I
don't want to go into him.
I had a dream. I had a dream, and it wasn't really a dream. It was just like a fantasy of like a man picking me up and spin me around and everything else like that. And I told him that dream, and that's what he did one night. Over on Park Street. Over. I don't need none of that. I was fat. Leave me alone. I don't need none of that.
He said you could have got on the swing.
I know. I heard him, and I just said I was fat. It took a lot. It took a lot to pick me up and spin me around.
No, I mean he's not lying. You could have got your ass on the swing.
Shut the fuck up. But anyway, I started talking to him, and my biggest thing was like I told him on the very first day when we were at a park place and we went to kickbacks and everything else like that in Jacksonville, Florida. I was like, oh, I always want to be swept out of my feet. I always want to pick me up and swing me around and everything else like that. And then like I just picture my life this way, and I just picture my life of having kids and everything else like that with this person. I told this person all this on the very first day. Worst thing that I ever did in my motherfucking life. Motherfucker picked me up in that parking lot and swung me around with his ugly ass. But oh, that's well beyond the point. I'm drunk. I'm just letting y'all know if you just tuning in, I'm drunk. So picked me up and swung me around with his ugly ass, and then did all that stuff and ended up causing me up the most hell that I've ever went through in any relationship that I've ever been through in my life. When I say hell, I mean hell. Motherfucker kicked in my door. Motherfucker moved into my apartment. Didn't even know he was living there. I didn't know he was living there at all. He moved into my apartment, and I just thought, oh, you just here every day. No, motherfucker had done copied my mailbox key and was getting mail to my house, taking out his mail before I took out my mail. Oh, Lord.
I remember when you called me and told me that this Chucky is a nut, y'all. Y'all don't understand. He talking about double dose. This motherfucker got mail at my house.
Oh, he lives there now.
I told him, I said, all you got to do
is a resident.
I said, all you got to do is report it to the post office. And because at the time I was working for the DMV, he talked about, but he just went to the mailbox. He talked about, I didn't give him the key.
I didn't give his ass a damn key. His ass went to the mailbox on his own.
He was in the living room. He was on the phone with me. He talked about, he just went to the mailbox. And it was another time, the second time I was at the house and on the couch, and he talking about,
when I got my cable bill, and that motherfucker got my cable bill, that motherfucker got his cell phone bill.
That thing was so funny because he was like, I'm finna go get the mail. And Chucky was like, okay. He talked about, you see that, right? I said, see what? I'm not paying attention. I'm playing with the dog and the baby. He talked about, I didn't give that motherfucker a key. He just went to the motel.
I didn't give that motherfucker key at all. I ain't get that motherfucker key at all.
He ain't pick up no key off the key, my key off the key ring or nothing. That motherfucker just went. He had a key in his pocket.
And
did he make the key to the front door too?
Yes, he did. But that right there, he made a key for the front door, but did not come into the house until I came home. So I didn't know he had a key until the day that I called and said, I think I left my work badge at home. And I was like, oh, I gotta go and get it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go and get it. Me and my crazy ass mind, I said, how the fuck you gonna go get that? How you fuck you gonna go get it? Or I can just get in the house. How the fuck you get in the house? I locked the door. I said, I stay on the second floor. I know your ass can't jump over to nothing. You fat. You can't jump over shit. And then to kind of find out, he told me, oh, I got your badge. I'll be on my way to your job. And I got the badge from him. I said, all right, we're going to talk about this in a minute.
I remember this person.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
The face just came to me just at this moment. Like, oh, my God.
And then it was you and what's her name? Who was our manager? Miss Nichelle. Nichelle. It was you and Miss Nichelle. Literally, I was like, and I came to y'all and I was like, I don't know how the fuck this motherfucker got in my house and got this badge. But I'm gonna clock in to work. But I don't know how he got this badge. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick it up later on.
He's a made key.
Man, key wasn't the word. You remember that? Oh, you weren't in the day. You was not there on my team when he was fucking somebody else in my apartment, and I had a feeling he was fucking somebody else in my apartment. Like I had like something. It was something with my ESPN with my apartment. That's like, ooh, your bed ain't right now. Why is your bed not made? It was just something that's kicking me. And I went and left work, and then my manager at that time, I'm gonna call her Miss S. Gonna say, well, if you weren't looking at your phone, you want to know somebody else is in your apartment.
Yeah, you can't have that phone out. You couldn't have that phone out.
You couldn't have that phone out for nothing. Well, if you wouldn't look at your phone, you want to know somebody else in your apartment. And I said, I gotta leave work. I said, I gotta leave work right now. She's talking about, you ain't gotta leave work now. You can leave work later. They'll be done with that person in a minute. And I was like, Jesus. When I say I almost went comatose in the office. Oh Lord.
Oh, I'm glad you got past that bump in the road. That was a horrible bump.
Horrible bump? Horrible bump wasn't the word. That bump went on for a minute.
It took you a while to get that out.
That was worse than a bump of coke. That was worse than a bump of coke. For some odd reason, his ass was like a fucking flea.
And I regret this so much. I regret this so much, Chucky, because I was trying to steer this person because about the door kicking in situation, they got put in jail. Mm-hmm. I was trying to steer them so much to take it to trial so that way they can get put away. Every time
trying to get me to take a trial.
Chucky would be like, answer that call when you see this number. Put money on the call and everything. The bitch was crazy. So I would take the call, and I would take the call, and I would tell him, man, listen, I think you got a case. I think you should fight it. Don't take that deal. That deal is bullshit. Yeah, anything. I was trying so hard. This person is diabetic. Let me tell you how wicked I can be. I was telling him, listen, you don't worry about your medicine. They supposed to give it to you. They weren't giving it to him. I was supposed to do so he could.
They weren't giving him his HIV meds. They weren't giving him. They wouldn't give his HIV meds. They weren't giving him his diabetic meds. They wouldn't give his high blood pressure meds. They wouldn't give his ass shit.
And I was pushing him to fight that case every.
When I tell you that is not what love. That is what love ain't. Love ain't that.
Ain't love.
It is so
not love.
You can only put up with so much shit. You can only put up with so much shit mentally, physically, and emotionally. And that's the biggest thing that people don't realize is that in any relationship you're in, you're only gonna put up with so much shit. And the main reason why I want to have this podcast tonight.
Dropped off. Sorry.
My main reason why I want to have this podcast tonight It's two people in Texas, which I'm sorry for their lives and everything else like that. They posted pictures about the relationship and everything else like that, and everybody thought there was a happy couple on TikTok and everything else like that. They ended up getting a fight one night. She stabbed him. He shot her. She died. And then he ended up living, but he ended up killing himself 7 days later in a school parking lot. And it's just like the big thing is like everybody was like looking at their relationship like, oh, you're so happy and this is where you are and y'all are traveling. I said, but what I say, goodbye? No, goodbye.
You talking about that Pastor Purnell?
No, it's not a pastor. These are literally two young people. There was 23 and 24. There was 23 and 24, and I'm not going to say their names on here because the thing is that the whole entire story is just sad. But the thing is that that's not what love is. And the thing is that we in our generation always think on like, okay, this is what love gonna be. This is what a marriage gonna be, and everything. Like marriage is not easy. Why the fuck do people try to market that shit like it's easy? Just because you get married don't mean shit. You're gonna have more cheating. You're gonna have more literally. You're gonna have more. You're gonna have more.
It depends. It depends.
It's not dependent on the audience because the thing is, our parents and our grandparents did the same exact thing. They never showed you exactly what marriage was. Nobody ever showed us what marriage was.
It really depends on your audience because even on social media, there is a trending thing of what they call trad wives or the traditional wives, where they make it look like this aesthetic where it's all you'll be doing is baking and tending to the baby and all this other stuff. They're not showing the real side.
I'm just moving my fat ass.
They're not showing how tough marriage can be. They're just showing the aesthetic of it.
Nobody does. Nobody shows how. And I'm just hold up 1 second. I'm only saying because you're not married and you're single and you're a single person out here in this world. Nobody shows, not even me, not even my matters, not anybody. Nobody shows how hard marriage is. Right. Because every day is not the same. Sometimes you get tired of looking at that motherfucking face. Sometimes you get tired of having the same argument. Sometimes you get mad over the smallest thing. Like, let me tell you, I get mad because this motherfucker want to go to work and walk upstairs with them damn shoes and dirty up my damn carpet. That shit pisses me off every fucking day. But the thing is that nobody knows those things. The only thing you know is the pictures and everything else like that. That's why I stopped posting my relationship.
Right. Exactly.
I no longer post my relationship. I no longer share things with my relationship. You will never know. Many of people on my Facebook page don't even know that I'm married. Because I don't post anything. I don't post anything with my children. A lot of people don't even know that I got 8 kids. Nobody don't know that.
Well, I think it comes a time when you have to safeguard your intimacy. You know what I'm saying?
It's not safeguarding. It's not safeguarding.
It's not at all. I mean, we live in a voyeuristic generation where everybody wants to see everything, and it's like I'm not going to expose myself to you like that.
It's not. But to me, it's not safeguarding. To me, it is me literally not pretending. I try my best not to pretend. That's why I literally told everybody when we start this podcast, this is going to be the last time I'm going to be drinking. You won't see me drinking on this podcast anymore. And the thing is that I start AA tomorrow. I have a problem. I literally know that I have a drinking problem. I drink every single fucking day. And sometimes I drink in the morning and sometimes I drink all throughout the day. I know I have a problem. But the thing is that I decided to share that little piece of my life because that is a part of me with the podcast. I show them automatically. This is what I'm drinking tonight. This is what I'm doing tonight and everything else like that. It's not going to be me anymore. My biggest thing is that with me and my relationship, my relationship and my children and everything else like that, I would rather not post things and you only see the happy moments and you not see everything else that follows.
So you're not creating a narrative of make-believe. Yeah.
That's me. I don't want you.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think this fucking Sesame Street, because it ain't Sesame Street. It's not Sesame Street at all. And the biggest thing is that nobody realizes how hard it is to stay married. Granted, you have that first year. That first year is fucking lovely. That first year is fucking cotton. That second year gonna be a kind of struggle. Third year gonna bring you hell. Fourth year, y'all gonna push all y'all buttons. Fifth year, oh Lord, that fifth
Getting
year.
over the little hump. Yeah.
That fifth year gonna be the hardest hump that you ever carried.
Mm-hmm.
The sixth year gonna give you absolutely hell. The seventh year is gonna drag you through the dirt that you didn't think you can follow, that you can do with your partner. And the thing is that nobody understands. The first 7 years of marriage is difficult. The first 7 years of marriage is hard. It is going to literally it drags you through the fucking mud. And that's the thing that nobody realized, because but those first 7 years, everybody's eyes are still outside the marriage. You still see everything that's going on. You still see everything that's happening, everything else like that. It's just the way it is. And then hopefully happily.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, hopefully after those 7 years, you understand how to be faithful. Somebody said our first 10 years were the hardest. But the thing is that hopefully after those 7 years, you learn how to be faithful. Because the thing is, nobody tells you when you marry. Shit, everybody wants your ass. Somebody wants some dick. Somebody wants some head. When somebody wants everything else at all. When you're married, I have no idea what it is, but everybody fucking wants you. And mine matters. What do you think? Because you're married as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, what you just said about that. You're always a target. It's like, I don't know if it's like they're out hunting just to say, oh, you're married. Oh, you're good game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It was something you said earlier, and I'll bring this up. Even working through things, we had to separate. We separated for a year. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I said to him was, I needed this too, because I literally, there were areas you were handicapping me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we don't even talk like that with each other. You know, it's like, we don't have that conversation. People don't have those conversations with each other. Because you can become codependent. Like, I need you for this. But then when you separate in that moment, did you really need that person for that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a lot, but it takes work.
Yeah,
on both
and it's
sides.
it's also in those first 7 years. The thing is that what are you willing to forgive? What are you willing to just let be? Because the thing is that yes, it's gonna be infidelity. It's gonna be all those things. Yes, you may want to try threesomes. May want to try to do all those things. So shit, I did that shit. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and do a threesome and everything else like that, because it may be what you need and everything else like that. But the thing is, it never made me feel complete. It never ever. Sorry, I got Alexas all over my house. I had to pause that so y'all didn't get that. Okay. But the thing is that it's like, what do you need? What I needed for me? Because the thing is that when it got down to threesomes and everything else like that, I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it because I was like, oh, you know what? This will keep my partner happy. This will keep who I'm with happy. And the thing is that that's the thing nobody understands. But the thing is that shit, you can date for 20 years. But the shit change once you say I do. I have no idea why the fuck that shit changes. I don't know if it's because that motherfucker think no, they can get half your shit. But literally, that shit changes as soon as you say I do. And that's the biggest thing. Nobody realizes that at the point where this isn't love. Yes, Rashonda. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to Rashonda and LaShonda. How the hell they get together? LaShonda, like those names, like literally.
LaShondra, and Ray Shonda.
Oh, okay.
You
There you
been
go. The
saying
names that she's.
wrong.
I'm
I
saying
used to
names
get the
all
names
wrong.
confused.
But the thing is,
I
with
thought she
them,
was the same person at one time.
she divorced her wife once she figured out her wife was lying and what her wife was doing, and everything else like that, and what she was doing behind her back, whatever. Every
Her biggest,
relationship isn't like that.
her
Some
biggest thing,
relationship,
her biggest thing was she put up that boundary about being homeless or
Yeah.
not having a home, and that was the biggest thing. It happened one time while during their marriage, and then it happened a second time. That was the biggest thing. She crossed her boundary of being home because Rayshonda has talked about it extensively on her page where how she was homeless when she was younger. And she said that's one thing she will never go through again is being homeless.
I did see
She was homeless because she was homeless.
she was the homeless that I was. You remember when I was homeless after my marriage and I was staying with you? That's the homeless she was.
Yeah. But the first time she was homeless was because of her mother, because of gambling. And then the second time was with LaShondra the first time. And then the second time, that's what was going to result in the divorce. So she had
I
already.
still can't believe she didn't put her mama in a home with dementia.
The rest of that stuff came up afterwards about her borrowing and taking money and all this other stuff that just added to it. But she was leaving her because she made her homeless, and she was that's the first person I've ever seen when they stood on business about hey, I don't play about my roof over my head. She did not let up, and I can't fault her for that because it's like that's how I am. I'm not gonna. She gave one too many chances in my opinion, but the person.
Hold up, it wasn't one too many chances. A lot of things she just didn't realize.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when LaShondra caused them to be homeless the first time. I'm saying because she did say she left her, but that's for me. I'm saying that's when I would have divorced her. That would have been it right then and there for me. You caused me to lose the roof over my head. Fuck what you heard. No, I'm gone. I can't.
So was that because she wasn't paying the mortgage?
Yeah, that was
no, honey. That wasn't a mortgage. It was rent. It was rent. It was rent.
Rent. So I thought she had moved herself up to like a millionaire status.
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear with mortgage. No, it does matter. With mortgage, and you behind. Hold up. With mortgage, when you're behind, you get 6 months. With rent, you get 30 days. Rents.
No, she was behind, but she was behind months on the rent. That's the thing. That's what trying to make arrangements and stuff with the landlord. And she was she became a part owner of a leasing company.
She was property manager. She didn't become part owner.
That's what I was trying to say. But it came out.
My biggest thing is, and then you know what I'm gonna do is, and this probably may turn a lot of people to fuck off, and I'm just gonna automatically say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it turns you absolutely the fuck off, but I'm just gonna let you know. Like, huh?
Why? don't say that to go turn people off. No, we want people.
Oh, I don't give a damn. The same thing that make me nut don't make you nut. The same thing that make me shit don't make you shit. It don't bother me none. It can turn you off if you want to. But okay, I'm gonna talk about Miss Netta and Charles because I'm just letting y'all know. At some point, that relationship is going to end, and it's going to end badly. We all see that. And we all see how it's going. Ain't no way in hell food keep a man, because that deep fried face definitely ain't gonna keep a man. It ain't. It is the real for real.
So the way to a man's heart is not his stomach.
A way to a man's heart is understanding his soul and what he wants and what he needs. The way to a man's heart is not his stomach.
That's part of his soul. He likes to eat.
No, nobody give a fuck what that. Okay, you ever see how little he eat off the plate? He don't be eating the whole damn plate.
So can Miss Netta cook? That's the issue. That's the question.
I've seen her season with that dog in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure she can't cook. That dog in the kitchen, I'm pretty absolutely sure she cannot cook. And the way to a man's heart is great.
Great Dane.
Great pussy. No, baby. No, honey. No, honey. I'm gonna let you know I don't have pussy, but I got something quite as good. It's not the greatest way to a man's heart.
I thought it was fine. It was.
When I say I done did full splits. I done slid down some stairs. I done did a lot of things.
My mindset is that no, if a person don't want to be kept, they're not going to be kept, no matter how.
The thing is, they said the way to his heart is some great pussy. Miss Netta ain't got pussy. What the fuck is that? Blueberry juice?
Ew. Anyway, what I was saying is that, and with my mindset is that no matter what, if a person don't want to be kept, it doesn't matter how good your pussy is, how good your,
because it's always some more.
It don't matter. You can have the best mouth, you can have the best body part, you can be the best cook, you can be whatever. If that person want to cheat,
you can swing around the swing around the ceiling. You can swing around the ceiling fan and make you can swing around.
If they a hoe, they're gonna be a hoe. Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, it is what it is.
This is why I have the mind. Time out. This is why I have the mindset that I have, and why I'm as single as I am. This is why I've been single for 9 years.
You have not been single for 9 years. You just got a relationship last year.
It didn't last a year. The relationship.
You didn't count. You don't count it if it don't last a year.
Exactly.
Well, how long was that though? How long was it? How long was it?
It was about 8. I would say 9 1/4.
It was almost a year.
It don't count. If we don't hit or celebrate an anniversary, it didn't count.
Oh, but you can't say that because people celebrate 1 month anniversary, 3 month anniversary.
It don't count. And on top, and on top of that, the amount of
not somebody agreeing with you talking about that relationship don't count.
Y'all were just dating.
We were just.
I'm gonna go. Did somebody just say expunge that? It's expunged.
It's expunged.
No.
Because the thing
I'm going to go ahead.
It was a little bonus. It wasn't
even a bonus.
And look at here, time out. I done been to the doctor and had a checkup and everything else, baby. I'm starting all the way over fresh. I ain't body count where 0.
That person said that's wild. 8 months. 8 months is a long time.
It is a long time. It is a long time. And the thing is, and I'll tell you about that relationship. Did I love that person? Absolutely. Did that person love me? I have no idea. But I don't know. The person wouldn't even, and I don't want to speak ill of them, but the person wouldn't even come see me when I was damn near on my deathbed. So I don't know what to tell you.
They didn't.
We
don't count that.
I was sick.
After 8 months, you couldn't even come see me?
You couldn't come see me, couldn't check on me when I was hospitalized twice, would not. Chucky had to damn near make him, but I told him, I said, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all good.
No, Chucky didn't have to make him.
Maybe he was afraid of hospitals.
Chucky didn't have to make him. I said, my friend needs some gum. Get your ass out of that motherfucking bed before I come down to Florida and beat your ass, is what I said. And I literally have the text message still. But let's go ahead and our current event. Cause I feel as though this conversation right here gonna lead on. But let's go on to our current event. We have a couple of current events. First current event, that Flint, Michigan guy, the only guy that was fighting for that dirty water died. What's his name?
Hold on, time out. Why you trying to move
somebody
on?
Had a question?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I said somebody had a question.
It's not a question. I personally wouldn't mind sharing the trials and tribulation of my marriage on social media to help young lovers, but I fear the people who would use the info as ammunition to talk negatively behind our backs Sometimes some issues are hella personal, and I don't want my husband feeling like I'm putting our private business out into the world to be judged. And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. As a married person, I'm just saying this. The thing is that you don't share that publicly on Facebook. And I commend that because I don't share the darkness of my relationship. Actually, I'm gonna stop lying. I do. I really do. But what I'm gonna say is that do you teach your children what a happy relationship is? Do they know how to handle things that you go through in your relationship? Because that is the biggest thing. As long as because to me, just my own thing, I always tell my children, every day is not gonna be happy. Every day we don't get along. We don't. This is honest truth. Every day we do not get along. It's some days I want to slit his throat, and there's other days I'm like, oh, I love you with all my heart. And it's some days I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't slit your throat yesterday. But
and
it's just how it is.
Yeah. And my thing is, with that, just to that person, you can share your experiences without divulging your information.
Don't share your experiences if your experiences is going to hurt your spouse emotionally.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm not saying like you air out your business like they just said. I'm not telling you to air out your business, but you can talk. Even if you're building a platform, you can talk about things in general. You don't necessarily have to say, well, this is what happened in my marriage.
But the thing is, you gotta have that conversation with your spouse first. Because if you don't have that conversation with your spouse first, the thing is, it's gonna hurt them emotionally, physically, and mentally. And then the thing is, it's gonna hurt you, father, at home. So before you do all those things that he's saying doing, which is good, have those conversations with your spouse first.
Yeah,
you have to. You
have, I encourage that too.
Communication is key, and also communication is dangerous. And I want to put both of those. Communication is key, and it's also dangerous as well. If you know that it's gonna get you, if you know it's gonna get your ass knocked between the washing machine and dryer, don't have the communication. Don't. You probably shouldn't have the communication. You probably should go to what is that thing called?
Domestic violence survivors.
No, I wasn't saying that. You may want to go to the place where they sell Paula Deen's cast iron skillets. I can send you the link. You can probably go there where they sell Paula Deen cast iron skillets. I got a whole damn set, because don't go with me sideways. You think that you're gonna yell at me?
And get you a grit pot. Get you a grit pot.
A grit pot. Definitely get a grit pot. That one, it got a nice weight on it. Y'all want me to go get it? I'll go get it real quick. Anybody let me know if you want me to go get it. I'll show you exactly what it feel like. It's heavy. You may want to knock that motherfucker between if he think he gonna knock you between the wash machine and dryer, knock his ass between the toilet and tub. Don't play. But please, I'm drunk, so I'm just letting y'all know. This is my last time y'all gonna see me drunk. I'm promise. I'm going to AA tomorrow. It's gonna be a whole nother transformation of me. I don't know. I'm not gonna get on here talking about the Lord. It's not something I believe in. But anyway, it goes. Everything else, got y'all. Who just said communication?
Communication, comprehension, and compromise have been our building blocks. 15 years strong this March. Congratulations. And that was my thing too. Comprehension is important because we can talk all day long, but if we're not comprehending and willfully understanding each other, it's falling on deaf ears. And at that point, it's no point in talking anymore. But we gotta be able to comprehend, what each other is saying.
It take me 3 or 4 days to comprehend what you said. So you got to give me a little bit you got to give me some time to comprehend what you said, because if not, I'm going to jail the first day. The second day, I'm going to prison. Third day, you may just get me with a little prayer. And the fourth day, I understand where you're coming from.
And see, I'm speaking as a single person. Like I'm looking objectively at a lot of different relationships. And it's like, it's some days where it's like, oh, that's cute. You know, I want to strive for that. But then there's some days it's like, I know, you know, your husband was just in my, you know, in my inbox. Like, I don't want that.
Oh my God. It ain't even that. It's the ones. It's the ones that's getting ready to walk down the aisle, and they be in both our inbox. That'd be the funny thing. They be bouncing bit back and forth between her and me, between her and my inbox. And the thing is, they be like, "Ain't your wedding on Saturday?" Okay, Pastor. Okay, Pastor. I got you, Pastor.
That reminds me of some of my younger days.
You was in people's inbox.
Well, no, I was in their bed, but and they were getting married the same day.
Oh, holy Jesus.
What does this comment say?
It says, we have had our struggles, especially this last year and the beginning of this year. We quit posting so much on social media and started talking to each other directly. Our communication is getting better every day since we started that. When I say congratulations, I can't see who is commenting.
Yeah.
For some reason on my side, it doesn't show the names.
That is commendable.
I'm glad y'all found a way. I'm glad y'all found a way. You already had.
I'm glad y'all found it. I'm
glad y'all blaming me.
My only thing is that this is Wingman. Wingman said he loves you. But the thing is that he texted me to let me know that it was him. But my only thing is that I'm glad y'all I'm glad y'all made it through this hurdle. I pray that every hurdle after this, you all able to make it through. I don't say congratulations.
And allow that to be features.
I don't say congratulations. I don't, because I'm married, and the thing is this shit is hard. Shit is all. When I say this, whatever fucking Harriet Tubman was driving motherfuckers through, that's what the fuck this is. This shit is hard. It is hard. And the thing is, every day is not easy. Every day you're not going to get along. Every day you're not going to be on the same page. Every day you're not going to like the person that you see. But the thing is that
and see, that's my problem. The days I'm so scared because I'll leave.
It's the thing is of working through the issues. And that's the thing is nobody understands what marriage is, that you have to work through the issues. Anyway, what our next current event.
I live in America. They have no fault. They have no fault divorces. I leave with the quickness. I'm my daddy's child. I am my daddy's daughter.
This person says, I'll chase you.
You're talking about chase you. You can chase me. You can chase me.
My daddy taught me a long time ago. My dad taught me a long time ago, baby. You ain't got to say, you ain't when you.
I think we've all done that though. I think we've all done that, Chucky. We chased. We didn't want that person to get away. We thought they were very valuable, you know.
I am, and I am valuable, baby.
I can honestly say, other than I don't know what the hell Double was talking about because I'm over talking her. But the thing is that no, I don't chase. I don't try to keep on what you're doing. I don't double check. I don't check phones. I don't do any of those things. I mean, granted, I did go through my time. Hold up, listen. I'm correcting. I'm telling you, I did go through my times where I checked the phone bill. I may not check your phone, but I'll check the phone bill and I'll send double dose the number, like call this number, suit the fuck answer.
I think I've been all down those roads.
I've had a whole Boost mobile phone on the side, so when I check the phone bill, I know I want to know who knows the line. I did go through all those times, but then it's just like where I am now. It's just like
it's not even worth it.
What's the point? Yeah. What's the point? If you're gonna do anything, you're gonna do it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do it regardless, and anything you do is gonna be done before you got home, because it's not gonna happen in my house. And then the other thing is that me being me, I put a little bleach bottle. I put a little bleach in that soap bottle in the bathroom. Your ass gonna have bleach bath before you over it. So, whatever you do, you've been baptized in the name of Clorox. Don't play with me.
See, I don't do like all the stuff, and I promise you, I'm gonna have to get a special guest on here one day where they'll tell, because they have done some stuff too. All the stuff that Chucky has talked about, all the stuff that that they've done, and all this, I've never done that, because when I say I will leave so quickly, and so I have literally had, and it was the Jamaican. I have literally had that joker has picked me up and brought
She
me
said
back.
that nigga, that joker.
I'm sorry. That joker has picked me up and brought me back in the house, because I was walking out the door and I wouldn't stop. No matter how much he was tugging on my clothes, that joker picked me up and brought me back in the house, because I was like,
You're only 2 feet tall.
So honestly, you did that so that you wouldn't have to deal with any hurt before it even happened to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I can't handle certain things.
The
I
thing
can't
is, it's not me.
handle
And I'm gonna do a little
mentally,
ASMR.
physically,
Listen,
health wise, I can't handle.
That was before.
none of
That was before you could handle it with the health wise. But I'm gonna do the ASMR with this right here. The ASMR.
oh no, please don't. Please
surviving
don't.
the Jamaican.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Baby, I got a story to tell about that.
You gotta sound sexy now.
I was bad. When I say bad, I mean bad. I mean,
I've done the same thing.
I would sleep
you.
with your friends. I've slept with your friends. You cheated on me. I'm gonna go sleep with your daddy. I don't care how old he was. I done slept with somebody's mama. When I tell you I was bad, I was bad. And then the thing is, my get back was always 30,000 worse than whatever the fuck you thought you did to me. You thought you just gonna go ahead and cheat. I'm gonna sleep with your mama, your godmama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. And the thing is that I'll put everybody down damn list.
Now,
like literally, and then
what this person just stated would have been me. Like, I can relate to that. I used to look through the phone, but that was due to my own insecurities and not because of anything he did to cause me to doubt in my mind.
No, my insecurities led up this fucking mind to let me look through this fucking phone. Don't ever think that you looking through your phone, you looking through somebody else's phone is because your insecurities. They already deleted what the fuck you was looking for. If you had the mindset to look through it, you had a fucking reason to look through it. Don't ever think. Oh, it was my own insecurities. Don't think that's slow.
So and that's true. That's true, because that was the reason why I was looking through it.
Hold up.
Yeah.
When they deleted the shit, what your ass need to do, if they got an Android, go to the phone bill and look at the phone bill. And then the thing is that the phone bill, and yes, I'm preaching, but yes, if the phone bill, if it ain't there on the phone bill and they got an iPhone, they ain't got an iPhone, only thing you got to do is go online to myiPhoneMessages.com, put in the phone number, and you can pull up every single message that they fucking deleted. Yes, I'm preaching at the
Listen. I'm not trying to check nobody's phone. I'm just nosy as fuck. What's that website?
Yes. My iPhone, my iPhone something, and you put in their Apple ID, and you can pull up every message they deleted. Don't play with me with that foolishness. Don't, because the thing is, my mind. Don't ever think you're insecure because you have the thought of doing. You have the thought of doing it for a reason. You have a thought for a reason.
And my thing is, I agree with you. I agree with you with that. I agree with you with that.
I don't want you.
Stop lying. You have done the same damn thing too. And you have literally looked up people's mama phone bill. Shut up.
And I'll tell you, I've done that because, like you just said, because I had an idea that something was going on. So I started checking.
And if you had the idea, it means that it's happening. Yeah. And the thing is, don't ever second guess. Don't ever second guess your own intuition. And my thing is, do not let nobody gaslight you and call it insecurities. It's not an insecurity because you're feeling a certain way. That's never an insecurity at all. The thing is that it's there. It's there. The thing is that they're just hiding it. It's there. Don't ever call that. Don't ever think that that's an insecurity, that somebody's doing something else behind your back and everything else like that. That's not. You have that thought because it's happening. Because you know your partner and you know shit done changed. You know shit, they ain't doing shit the same damn way. You know that they ain't. Oh my Lord, I'm finna TD Jakes y'all ass. Go.
But
swallow us up. You gonna swallow us up? Chuck is swallowed up.
I'm gonna swallow y'all up in this conversation.
You gonna swallow us up? Have you ever been swallowed up?
The reason why my past relationship traumas, but the thing is that
I'm gonna swallow up a wingman. I'm gonna swallow him up. I'm gonna swallow him up.
Oh my Lord, no. Okay, no, we ain't doing that at all. No, I don't know what the hell you going to talk about. You're going to swallow up a wingman. Oh my Lord, we're done with that. But the thing is,
like this person is saying, it happened in their past relationship. So the insecurities are there prior to whoever she's with now, her 15-year marriage.
Why do they call them insecurities? Why do they call them insecurities? It's not insecurity because I notice you're doing something different. The thing is that point for me, I feel like you're trying to gaslight me because the thing is, I noticed that you're not doing the same things you did before. I noticed that you're not doing the same things. I noticed that you moving and walking differently. I noticed you coming to my house 2 minutes late. I noticed that it took you 3 seconds. I noticed on your mileometer on your car, it took you 6 miles to get home, and your job is only 2 miles away. That is not an insecurity to me. Insecurity.
But if you've gone through a relationship and people have cheated on you, and you move into a relationship and that person is not a cheater, they're not a cheater. Don't you feel like that person is paying the price?
No.
Because of the first 2 or 3 relationships that cheated on you?
No. And then the thing is, I know how to stand on my tippy toes. And right now I'm on my tippy toes. And I understand where you're coming. I see where you're going. I see what you're doing. I see the little slick shit that you're doing. I see you liking this and liking that and liking this and liking that. Because right now we're on social media. I liking this and liking that and that, whatever. No, I don't play that shit. No. I don't. When I say,
you're saying that in that current relationship, you're seeing the same dynamics that were in the first 3.
That is the reason why you have those insecurities, and that's not insecurity because you know because you understand of what happened before. That's not insecurity. It's not. And they're like, what somebody said. Hold on, what is this? He showed me the light. He helped me through the trauma. He helped you through the trauma. Okay, with who? Because if you had those,
did he help you through the trauma with you, or did he help you through the trauma with himself? How did he help you work through the trauma?
What do you mean? How do you help you go through the hot trauma?
Yeah.
Because the thing is that I feel.
How did he help you work through the trauma? Is what I'm saying. Like,
that ain't none of my conversation. But what I'm saying is that my thing is that people accept entirely too much. You accept entirely too much of your partner. The thing is that if your partner is not the person, I understand people change, and I get that. And I get over through years of relationship and everything, so that people change. But the thing is that people change, but the thing is they're changing for themselves. They're not changing for you. If they're not on the same exact page that you're on, if they're not on the same exact page you're on, and they're not on the same life plan that you're on, I have no problem with divorce at that point. I don't. That is me. But the thing is that whatever makes you happy. But it's not what I need. It's not where I see myself. It's not something that completes me. And that's just where I am. Mm-hmm. And granted, it may be strange and people may not understand or anything like that. But the thing is that I know what I need to make me happy. The thing is that if you're not there
And I
on that
think
same
that,
exact page, if you're
and I
not
think
there on
that's
that same exact page, it's
yeah,
not going to happen.
and I think that's
No,
the same for a lot of people. They know what they want, but I
they're
don't think they
afraid of
know
being
how to.
alone.
Yeah, that and don't know how to articulate that to whoever they're with. It's like
People
you
are
weren't taught to do
terrified.
that.
People are terrified of being alone. People are terrified of living their lives alone. People are terrified of raising children alone. People are terrified of other people seeing their marriage collapse. But the thing is that your marriage collapsing may be what you need for you. It may be what makes you happy. At the end of the day, your partner is going in a completely different direction. It may not be what they need. They may be,
Mm-hmm.
they may need somebody else that's not you, that's able to put up with what they're going through. At the end of the day, I'm a firm believer in 55% of marriages end in divorce. I'm going to say that. And the thing is that, and that is just a national average. 55% of marriages end in divorce. But the thing is that nobody says those 55% of marriages end in divorce, those people end up being happy afterwards. They end up having happy marriages afterwards. They end up happy
Mm-hmm.
relationships afterwards. And that's the biggest thing that nobody wants to talk about. That's the biggest thing nobody wants to communicate about, is that those same exact people that are ending in divorce are finding themselves. And the thing is that at the end of the day, my only thing is in my life is I want to be happy. I don't want to be happy and putting myself aside because of somebody else. Because that's not going to help me. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I
My
mean
matters.
yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. I think also with love, it's not. Uh, it never makes you wonder about permanence.
But the
You know what
thing
I'm
is,
saying?
you can love somebody and let them go. You can love so, and that's the biggest thing that everybody deals with. Nobody wants to love somebody and let them go. If for some reason they think, oh, I love you, I gotta hang on to you no matter what you going through in your life. I gotta hang on to you. That's not absolute truth. Because the thing is
So
that if you don't see your life on that same exact road with your children, you don't see your life on the same exact road with everything else that you see aligned in your mind and in your spirit with your life, that's not the person you need to be with. Because at the end of the day, people change. And at the end of the day, people don't always change on the same exact page. Because at the end of the day, like let's just saying, today or tomorrow, if I decide I want to be a swinger, I know good and damn well my husband is not going to be a swinger.
mhm.
And if I decided I wanted to be a giraffe, my husband is not going to be happy with me being a giraffe, because you're not going to be happy with a giraffe. A giraffe is not what you need. But the thing is, for me, I'm all for what strives for me happiness. What do I need? And that's the biggest thing that nobody understands. Nobody looks back on what they need personally for themselves. Because
I think
what is
that's
that? Hmm?
we don't when you say we don't look out for ourselves personally, it eliminates that 50-50 thing that people talk about when you go into a relationship.
Relationship is never 50-50.
They're never
If
50-50. Exactly. It
if you get in
eliminates that.
if you get in relationship with somebody and they say it's 50-50, I'm just letting you know
Run.
that's never where it's going to be at. Marriage is not even
Right.
50-50, because sometimes marriage is 8, sometimes marriage is 90-10.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes marriage is always the same, isn't always there on the same page. It's not always there. And that's the
Well, I
biggest
just
thing that
encourage
nobody
people.
understands.
I encourage people to do the work for yourself personally. You got to do the work.
But
You
the
got
thing
to,
is that
yeah.
how do you do the work for yourself personally when you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship and you see it's not going the same direction that you
Mm.
thought the rest of your life would go?
So do
How
the
do you do
work.
that?
Do the work.
What work do you do?
And if you know you got to exit, do the work. that leads to that exit, that
If
exit door.
you know that exit do the work. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. Oh my god.
I need you to get through. I need you to find a way to get through that passage door and get up out of there. You know it's not working for you, and have that conversation. I was just looking at a couple here recently, and I don't want to say their name, but they literally brought it to Facebook because they are a Facebook presence. They brought it to Facebook, and they
If they're
announced that they
Facebook
were
present, we
going
can
in
say the
separate
name, but yeah.
directions. You know, so it's like, but they had to sit down and have conversation about where they were going, if they were going in two different directions, and they were honest about that. I don't think that's the conversation that people want to have because of fear. Like you said, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to spend the rest of my life alone. But are you really alone?
I'm going to say something, and I apologize for the way that it may come out to whoever ear it may hit. I apologize. And if you're not ready for these words, I'm just letting you know I'm extremely, extremely sorry. If you do not see somebody going in the same direction you're going in, I don't care if you've been together for 2 minutes or 18 years or whoever. If you do not see them going in the same direction you're going in, that you want to go in physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually, it may not be the place you need to be. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow to tell somebody. And I'm only saying this because, well, shit, that motherfucker didn't even tell me that motherfucker was leaving. That motherfucker just packed all his shit and packed mine and put it in the U-Haul. He treated me like I was a Tyler Perry movie. But you need to let that person know. Because if you don't, only thing you're doing is dragging them down and you down. And the thing is, both of you are going to end up unhappy at some point because either way it goes, your lives are not going to align. You're not. And the thing is, your children, do you want your children to see this as a healthy relationship? You want your children to realize, okay, yes, this is what I need. This is what I got to do. I got to put up with this fucking bullshit. I got to do all this shit right here in order to be happy in a relationship. That's what our parents did. That shit didn't work. Shit. My fucking parents were fucking horrible. Horrible as hell.
And a lot of people stay together with just because of the children.
My mom stayed, my adopted mother stayed with an absolute alcoholic. An alcoholic, which for somehow I'm going to AA tomorrow. I'm not drinking more after this. But she stayed with an absolute alcoholic. And he completely ruined them financially. They were in so much debt when he died. He died and literally left them in $27,000 worth of debt. And granted, this is in 1999. This is not this year, $27,000. That was 1999, $27,000. So, and when you do inflation and everything else with that, that's like $133,000 that he left them in debt. And the thing is that she didn't want to be with him for so long. She didn't want to be with him so many years. They even slept in separate bedrooms because they didn't want to be together. And the thing is that in my mind, when I got married the first time, it was like, okay, you got to do everything you can do to make this relationship work and everything else like that. But the thing is that when I got married, I never wanted to be married. I didn't. At that point in my life, I never wanted to be married. The second time I got married, I wanted to be married. I married for love. The first time I got married, I married because I thought it was financial stability, but I didn't know that motherfucker had badass motherfucking credit. But until afterwards. But the thing is that the second time I married for love. And I married for love the second time. The first time it was for money. And it was mainly for money. Like no lie at all. The second time I married for love, and this time it has been hard. It's been hard on me. It's been hard on him. It's been hard both ways. And the thing is that I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been rocky. I mean, shit. Sometimes I've been faithful. Sometimes he hasn't been faithful. It's been all those things. But the thing is that we know what the foundation of what we want in our life and what we want for each other. Long as we're still going in the same direction, I'm fine. But once you realize that person that you're with is not going in the same direction that you saw the rest of your life going in, because I'm just letting you know, if he said that, oh, I want a girlfriend right now at this moment, I can't eat coochie. The shit make me nauseous. I can't do it. It ain't happening. And I mean, you can go ahead and get a girlfriend, but I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do in the meantime. But yeah, so that's just it's just nobody told us how hard relationships and marriages are. This shit is a fucking rocky ass road, because the thing is, everybody in a relationship, you think about yourselves. You think about what you want and how you think your life is going to go. Nobody thinks about their partner. Nobody thinks about who you're with. You get what I'm coming from, My Matters?
Yeah, I do exactly. I just keep going back to, we weren't given the tools.
We're not given the tools.
We had parents who were in dysfunction. They didn't teach us how to work relationships even as children. Even as children, we didn't know how to interact in our relationship
at all.
So it is what it is. But I know that we have to do the work for ourselves personally. We have to have someone that we're with that have the same common goal, and we're here to build together. It's taken me a while to get to that point, because for me, it was trust issues, I remember. I mean, I can go back to even my childhood where I felt rejection. So that idea of rejection spilled over into my relationships. So I would get with people and get to a certain point, and then I would duck, as Dumbledore said. I would duck or get out of it. I remember when I got hurt the first time, I said, you know what, I'll never be hurt again. So what I started doing was hurting other people. Because we only gonna do this for a while, and then all of a sudden you're gonna get up and go anyway. So I'll help you. I'll help you out. And I would get up and go. I had somebody from my hometown, St. Louis. To this day, of course they're deceased now, but it was my god sister. She says, you know what, you really hurt that person. They were, they took that to their graves. But I never knew that. I bring back the situation where the person was getting married the day of their marriage. This is what they said to me: if you tell me not to do this, I will do it. I said, no, you're not bringing that karma on me. It's enough we done this. But then you're going to tell me you're not going to marry this person? No, that's not going to happen. So we just have not been given the tools to work our relationships. And so now you didn't know how to do it as kids, and then you become old adults and you're still working that stuff.
The thing is that we work those things and we travel those roads.
Mm-hmm.
We do. And the thing is, for some odd reason, how we grew up, we were always taught that marriage was the end goal. Marriage ain't it. For everybody, marriage is not it. And that is the strong ass goddamn truth that I'm going to tell you.
Some people are called to singleness. They are just a calling.
And the thing,
it's an anointing.
The thing is, I think differently. I think, and I let everybody know this, and I let everybody know this before I have conversations and I open up about these things. I think differently than everybody else. At the end of the day, people believe in heaven and hell and God and everything else like that. That's not what my mindset is. That's not where I ever have been. And I have tried to fight myself and try to say, oh, yes, you believe in God and everything else like this. You believe in all these things, whatever. And the thing is that all these things always led to, oh, we're going to get married at the end and everything else like that. But the thing is that that's not what everybody's life turns out to be. You may just be a special friend in the obituary. That may just be you. That may just be it. Because marriage may not be it.
Marriage is not for everybody. You might have tried it and it didn't work for you. and that's okay. I think people have to get to the point where they have to understand it is okay. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to start over. It's okay to be alone. I don't. When I hear the word alone, I don't feel like I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? People who you're living in a place by yourself, but you are never alone. Okay, you can always have a warm body next to you.
You have to
If that's what you want to do.
You have to get to a point where you are where, like you're saying, you have to be okay with being by yourself. And that is a scary thing for some people who never sit in themselves and be by themselves. And
shit, you got motherfuckers out here ain't never take themselves on a date. You got motherfuckers out here that has never been alone by themselves other than taking a shit. And that
I think you should do that in marriage. That's my opinion.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, when you're married, you're still never going to be on the exact same page. You're not going to actually agree on every single fucking thing. You're not going to be on the same exact wavelength every single time. You're not. But the thing is finding yourself in the end and finding yourself where you are going to be in your life. That is the biggest thing. And the other thing is that granted, you may go along with the changes and everything else like that your partner may be doing, but can you find yourself in the middle of it? That is the biggest thing. Can you find yourself in the middle of whatever change whoever is doing? I mean, I've been married for 5 years. No. Oh shit, 5 years. I've been married for 5 years this time. The first time I was married for child, I don't even count that. I count that as like freaking what do they call the TNT 4th of July, whatever those fireworks called. That shit went by fast.
You trying to say dynamite?
No. I was saying TNT fireworks.
Explosion.
How fast those goes off. That's how fast that first marriage went.
Well, you went through that real quick.
Real quick wasn't even damn word. Because the thing is that when I got married, I didn't even want to be married. I didn't want to be with him. I didn't like anything about him. I hated everything about it. I hated when he sweated. He was white. I hated when he sweat. It smelled like goat cheese. I hated when he went to sleep. I hated when he went to sleep because the way he breathed with his mouth open. I hated that he smoked cigarettes all the time. I hated that literally for every remedy, for every cold, he thought it was Dr. Pepper. I mean, no, what was Pepsi. It? Pepsi. Like it was like I hated when I say I hated the person that I was with every single day.
I will never say I will never, but I can't say nothing as far as like being in with your. I know that you used to be so mean to him.
I was mean to him because I hated him. I was absolutely, when I say mean, I said mean. I talked to him like absolute trash. But I hated the ground he walked on. I hated every day he woke up. I hated every single day. Every single day he was literally on my life insurance, and I was just hoping every single day he went to sleep in one of those long ass breathing moments where he didn't breathe. I was like, this is it. And it wasn't.
That is the one thing that keeps me that will always keep me single is I never want somebody to feel like that about me.
But did this feeling develop or was it always like that?
No, this feeling was there. This feeling was there from the beginning. When I first started talking to him, I thought that this was somebody that was going to be in my life with, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. And then I realized everything I did was not enough. Literally, I bought him a car. It was a Kia Forte, and I filled it up full of balloons and everything else that I showed up at his job. This motherfucker had it towed to his job and everything else like that. I did all of that. And had his old car towed away because I was making him think it was taken and everything else like that. And I had filled this car up with balloons. When you open up every door, balloons came out. That's how it was. He literally gave me a hug and said, "You gonna pay rent this Sunday today?" At that moment, I realized I hated his skin. And the thing is that it was nothing I could do to change it. And no matter how much I tried to fight it, and no matter how much I tried to change my thoughts and everything else like that, everything led me back there. Because I put my heart and soul in the gift that I was giving you. And the thing is that, and if anybody know me, I'm a gift giver. I love giving gifts. If I give you a gift, I literally put my all into it. Like literally, I put my all into it. I don't care if it's headphones. I don't care what it is. I put my heart into it. And then with that relationship, it just was like, no matter what I did was not enough. No matter what I did, I got us a house. We were staying in a nice part of town. Granted, it was not a nice part of town, but it was up and coming. We had this really nice home that was 3,500 square feet and everything else like that. And everything that I did, you literally shitted on. And that was not the life that I ever thought for myself. And then the thing is that when we decided to have a child, when we decided to have a child, after the child was here, he said, "Oh, I did this because this is what you wanted. I figured it would make you happy." And then you decide you don't want to be a parent, which granted, you decided you don't want to be a parent, but the thing is we already have a child. And then you thought that I was going to choose you over the child, and you told me to give her back. No, honey, I'll give you back. You can be with the universe. It doesn't bother me where you go. And the thing is that I look back at it, and I look back at it. Everybody ever been in a relationship, after me, they've struggled. After me, I realized every relationship I've ever been in, I've literally kept everything afloat. And the thing is, when I say kept everything afloat, I make sure bills are paid. I make sure we had our own place and everything else like that. My first marriage, he's still living with the person he was staying with when I left him 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And the thing is, ain't nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. You're still the same exact person. And the thing is that after that, with EW, with him, you live in your truck. You live in your semi-truck, which I helped you get your semi-truck license. That's you. But the thing is that you still live in your semi-truck. Nobody does better. You don't do better after me. So the thing is, you treated me like shit. You do all this shit like this to me and everything else like that. You make me feel like an absolute raisin. And the thing is that I had to realize I was bringing more to these things than you were ever bringing to my life at all. You wouldn't any of these relationships. You were, and the thing is that even with me being married now, if I feel as though I'm bringing more to my marriage than my marriage is bringing to me, I have no problem with starting over. Starting over has never ever hurt me. I have no problem with starting over. Ask Double-Dose. When I say starting over, I mean start over with a job, start over with a car, start over with a house. I ain't have shit. When I say didn't have shit, I will start all the way fucking over. Before I let somebody bring me down. And that's where I am now in my life. Before I let anybody bring me down, whether dating, relationship, or anything like that, or friendship, or whatever, before I let you bring me down, I will quit. And that goes even go down to a friendship. And the thing is that Double-Dose knows this. Friendships to me mean the world. And the reason why they do is because I believe I build my own family. Outside of my actual family, I build my own family. And that's the reason why friendships mean so much to me. That's the reason I hang on to them so hard. But the thing is that if I see you ain't doing shit to benefit this, I ain't got no point of it. Ain't no point of doing it. And that's the same thing with anybody, any relationship. It ain't love. It ain't what it is. It's not anything that's benefit. If it's not anything that's benefiting you, leave it alone. And not even say benefiting you. It's not anything that's building you. Leave it alone. I don't want to try to be so quiet. Come on, talk. I know I've been preaching.
No, you've been spending some knowledge there, sir.
Honey, I love it.
Yeah.
I think we've drawn the hour.
We have went over an hour.
Yeah.
That's why I
Hour
said
44 minutes.
we've drawn the hour.
So
All right.
the moral of
Well,
the story is
But what
work
was
on you.
to be what but the reason why I didn't stop you is because you said you said something that needed to be said, and somebody, whatever it is, whenever we post our podcast, we have our live audience, we have audiences
hold on.
that
Somebody
listen to us.
wrote a paragraph.
Yeah, I didn't realize my mental state when we first met. I was 22 and I was completely unaware of all things mental. Today, I'm 100% secure in myself and my marriage. Since we began, he has helped me by being my safe haven and process how I was raised to think, how I treated my family and past lovers, as well as encouraging me to seek professional help to better myself and not to fear or feel guilty. And the diagnosis was being discussed. I have matured and grown and have hubby calls them my books. Oh, talking about what you post. And that's good. That's good. That's why. And again, before Chucky say anything, this is the whole point of not only the podcast or what have you, to give people a platform to speak and to be comfortable within themselves and to be comfortable enough to express themselves. So, that's why the platform is here for people to speak, and that's why what Chucky needed. Excuse me, sorry, I started stuttering. Which is why Chucky said what needed to be said. We have people that hear us on whether it's Apple Podcasts or Google Playlists, Spotify, whatever. People hear us, people watch us. It was something that needed to be said, to help somebody. So,
but that's the point of our podcast. And the other thing is that I want to say is, do not vote for Trump. If you're not looking at it, Supreme Court is trying to pass him, and they're trying to pass him so far as immunity with everything that he has done, so he can still run for president. I'm just letting y'all know, do not vote for Trump. The man is not it. The man literally said that the shoes that he just came out with was made for black people because he knew black people was going to buy them.
And also, he said he could see in the room, but he couldn't see the others, but he could see the black.
Yes. He could see the black people, but he couldn't see the others.
But it was dark in the room.
My point exactly. Just be mindful. Just be mindful of the things that you do. And last thing that I want to end this podcast on is that no matter where your marriage is, and no matter how you may feel about your marriage, literally, your job is for you to be happy. Don't try to make somebody else happy in where they are in their underwear. At the end of the day, them underwear change. And people shit in drawers every day. Don't let them shit on you. What? Why'd you look like that?
For my single folks out there, be grateful, be happy, be grateful. Number one, that you're single, because it's nothing like being comfortable and being happy within yourself. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not being lucky by single. Learn how to date your motherfucking self. If you don't know how to make yourself happy, if you don't know how to please yourself sexually, mentally, and physically, and emotionally.
Wait a minute. You said your part. I'm saying my part. Okay.
But you know how to please yourself physically, emotionally, and sexually, and everything else.
And be grateful. Be grateful that you are single. Be happy with yourself. Okay. We saying the same thing.
No, we're not. Learn how to please yourself. Take a toy and play with yourself. Jack off.
Okay.
Playing yourself. Whatever you have to do to make yourself orgasm. If
mine matters.
They make yourself orgasm, do it.
Thank you for being there, I guess.
Because what she was saying was completely opposite of what I was saying. Please Make yourself nut. That is the only thing that you need to do.
Chucky, play
you
us
so
out.
much.
Play us out now.
Need to listen closely. We shit talking here, ain't no sugarcoating. So enjoy the show and embrace the moment. This is double dose and checking my homies. They got one life to live, they gon' live this shit fast. If you think this shit sweet, get the fuck off the podcast.